Buddhism is not just a religion, it's a profound philosophy, a path of inner transformation, and a way of life. Originating more than 2,500 years ago in India with the awakening of Siddhartha Gautama, known as the Buddha, Buddhism has spread across the globe, touching millions with its message of compassion, wisdom, and the end of suffering. But what exactly are the core teachings and principles of Buddhism? How can we apply them in our modern lives, and what timeless wisdom can we gain from this ancient path? Let's begin. Siddhartha Gautama was born into royalty in what is now Nepal. Surrounded by luxury, he was shielded from the world's suffering. But at the age of 29, he ventured outside the palace and encountered what are now known as the four sights: an old man, a sick man, a dead man, and a holy man. These revelations shook him deeply. He realized that no amount of wealth or pleasure could protect anyone from aging, illness, or death. He left behind his royal life in search of truth. After years of deep meditation and extreme self-discipline, he reached enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. From that moment, he became the Buddha, the awakened one. The cornerstone of the Buddha's teaching is the Four Noble Truths. First, suffering exists. Life involves suffering, whether it's physical pain, mental distress, loss, or dissatisfaction. All beings experience it. Second, the origin of suffering. Suffering is caused by craving, attachment, and ignorance. We want things to be different than they are, and this clinging creates suffering. Third, the cessation of suffering is possible. By letting go of attachment and desire, we can end suffering. Fourth, the path to the end of suffering. This is the Noble Eightfold Path, a practical guide to ethical living and mental discipline. This path is not a list of steps to be taken in order, but a holistic guide to right living. Right view, understanding the nature of reality and the Four Noble Truths. Right intention, committing to ethical and mental self-improvement. Right speech, speaking truthfully and compassionately. Right action, behaving ethically and avoiding harm to others. Right livelihood, earning a living without exploiting others or causing suffering. Right effort, cultivating positive states of mind and letting go of negative ones. Right mindfulness, being present in each moment with full awareness. Right concentration, developing deep meditative focus. Together, these form a path toward enlightenment, the end of suffering and the awakening to true peace. The Buddha also taught that all conditioned things share three fundamental characteristics. First, impermanence. Nothing lasts forever. Everything is constantly changing, including our thoughts, emotions, and bodies. Second, unsatisfactoriness. Because everything is impermanent, clinging to things creates suffering. Third, non-self. There is no permanent, unchanging self or soul. What we call self is a collection of changing processes. These truths help us let go of our ego and accept the changing nature of life. Karma in Buddhism is not about punishment or reward. It refers to the law of cause and effect. Every thought, word, and action plants a seed. Over time, those seeds ripen and influence our future experiences. Rebirth in Buddhism is not about the transfer of a soul, but the continuation of consciousness influenced by karma. Our actions in this life shape the circumstances of our next. But the goal of Buddhism is not eternal rebirth. It's liberation from the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, known as samsara. That liberation is called nirvana, a state of profound peace beyond craving and ego. Meditation is central to Buddhist practice. It helps calm the mind, develop insight, and reduce suffering. There are two main types of meditation. First, samatha, calm abiding, focusing the mind on a single object, like the breath, to develop tranquility and concentration. Second, vipassana, insight meditation, observing the nature of thoughts, sensations, and emotions to understand impermanence, suffering, and non-self. Through mindfulness, being fully present without judgment, we begin to see things clearly. We stop reacting blindly and start responding wisely. For lay practitioners, the Buddha recommended 5 precepts: ethical guidelines for living with integrity, refrain from killing, respect all forms of life, refrain from stealing, practice generosity and honesty, refrain from sexual misconduct, cultivate healthy relationships, refrain from false speech, speak truthfully and kindly, refrain from intoxicants, keep the mind clear and aware. These are not commandments, but voluntary commitments to live with wisdom and compassion. At the heart of Buddhism is loving kindness, the wish for all beings to be happy. The Buddha taught that we should cultivate compassion not just for friends and family, but for strangers, enemies, and all sentient beings. He said, as a mother would protect her only child with her life, so should one cultivate a boundless heart toward all beings. Through compassion, we heal ourselves and the world around us. Buddhism is not about escaping the world, but engaging with it wisely. Whether you're sitting in meditation, walking in nature, or washing the dishes, every moment is an opportunity to awaken. We can practice mindfulness in our conversations, work, relationships, and even while scrolling through our phones. The goal is not to be perfect, but to become more aware, more kind, and more free. Enlightenment, or nirvana, is not a magical state. It's the profound realization that freedom comes not from changing the world, but from changing our relationship to it. When we let go of craving, aversion, and ignorance, we begin to experience true peace, the kind that no situation can take away. It's the end of suffering, the awakening from illusion, the return to our natural state of clarity, compassion, and calm. The Buddha never asked anyone to believe blindly. He encouraged inquiry, practice, and direct experience. As he said, be a lamp unto yourselves, work out your own salvation with diligence. Whether you are a lifelong practitioner or just curious about Buddhism, its teachings offer a timeless guide for living with greater awareness, peace, and purpose. May your path be clear, may your heart be open, and may you awaken to the truth within.